Let's look at a lesson from Siri Kannada grade 8. The name of this lesson is Amma and it is written by U.R. Anantamurthy. Amma means mother. So this is an autobiography of the author. And in this lesson, he is talking about his childhood days. And he is telling us a few incidences that happened during his childhood days. So this lesson is slightly long. I will be splitting it into two videos. So this will be part 1 of the video. Now let's look at the lesson. ಈ ಊರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಲಿಗಳ ಕಾಟ ಬಹಳ ಇತ್ತು. Uru means that village. In that village there was a lot of trouble because of tigers. ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಲಿ ಕೂಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದರೆ ಥಟ್ಟನೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬಿಡುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. So ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ means my mother. Even if the tiger is far away and she could hear the roar or noise of the tiger, she would immediately come to know. ಹುಲಿಗಳ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮವಾಗಿದ್ದ ಜೀವಿಗಳೆಂದರೆ ಕೊಠಡಿಯ ದನಗಳು. So the most sensitive for the sound of the tiger, the most sensitive lives for the sound of the tiger were the cows in the cowshed. ಅವು ಗಡಗಡ ನಡಗಲು ಶುರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದವು. So these cows used to shiver out of fear. ಕೊರಳಿನ ಗಂಟೆ ಜೋರು ಶಬ್ದ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. So usually the cows, they will have a bell around their neck. And since they start shivering because of the fear of the tiger, the bell makes a noise. The bell around the neck also starts to make noise. ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಜ್ಜ ಚಿಮಣಿ ದೀಪದ ಬೆಳಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೂತು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆಗೂ ನುಗ್ಗಿ ಬಿಡುತ್ತದೆಯೋ ಎಂದು ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. So the author, then his mother and his grandfather, they would sit inside their house in the light of the kerosene lamp. Chimani Deepa means kerosene lamp. In those days there used to be no electricity. So people used to use lamps which could be lit with kerosene oil. So Chimani Deepa is those lamps which can be lit with the kerosene oil. So they would light that lamp and sit inside their house wondering what if the tiger enters their cowshed. ಮನೆಗೆ ನಿತ್ಯ ಆಳುಗಳು ಬಂದಾಗ ಮಾತು ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದುದು. ಯಾವುದೋ ಹುಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ದನವನ್ನು ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿತು, ಅವರ ಮನೆ ದನ ಹೋಯಿತು, ಇವರ ಮನೆ ದನ ಹೋಯಿತು, ಹೀಗೆ. So every day there used to be some workers who come to their house, and as soon as they come they would start talking about this, that the tiger took somebody's cow, it caught somebody's cow, somebody's house cow is gone, the tiger has eaten it. So this was how people used to talk. ಮಲೆನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಲಿ ಆಗ ನಿಜವಾದ ಹಸಿದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳ ಕೋರೆಗಾಡೆಯ ಮುಖವಾಗಿತ್ತು. So the tiger was always, the face that they would imagine is a hungry tiger with a sharp tooth, sharp pointed teeth, face tiger. Always that would be the imagination in people's mind. ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಭಯವಾದಾಗ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅರ್ಜುನ ಮಂತ್ರವಿತ್ತು. So whenever he used to get afraid, so he had one prayer which he could tell. Arjunah Falguno Partah Kiriti Shvetavahanah. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮಜ್ಜ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. So that was the prayer that his grandfather had taught him. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಭಯ ನಿವಾರಣೆ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದರು. So his grandfather had told him that whenever he is afraid, he can always tell this prayer and he will be relieved of the fear. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ನಾವು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆವು. So the author says, as a child he kept telling that whenever he used to get afraid, and he would keep repeating it until he goes to sleep. ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, but his mother would never sleep. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ದನಗಳಿವೆ ಎಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಾದಾಗ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ. So the mother, she would be waiting when it will be morning, and immediately she would go to the cowshed and check if all the cows are safe. Only then she will be satisfied. So this is one incident. Now let's look at more incidences. Nanna modala vidyaguru nanna amma. So my very first teacher is my mother. Amma schoolige hogi swalpa odi bareyalu kalitiddalu. So his mother had also studied in the school and she knew how to read and write. ಸ್ಕೂಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ಎಸ್.ವಿ. ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಭಟ್ಟರ ಸಹಪಾಠಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದವಳು. ಸೊ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್.ವಿ. ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರ ಭಟ್ಟ. ಕೆರೆಕೊಪ್ಪದ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ನನಗೆ ಅಕ್ಷರಾಭ್ಯಾಸ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ when he was in this place, Kerekoppa, that time itself they had started his Aksharabhyasa. So Aksharabhyasa is a ritual when a child is about to formally start learning something. So this is followed in most of the places, that sand will be spread on the floor. Then some elder person in the house or a teacher, somebody will hold the child's finger and make them write the first alphabet. So this ritual is called as Aksharabhyasa. So that is what had happened to him as well. Aga schoolu hattira iralilla. So the schools were not close by. Habbada dina adu. So on a festival day, Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini ವಿದ್ಯಾರಂಭಂ ಕರಿಷ್ಯಾಮಿ ಸಿದ್ಧಿರ್ ಭವತು ಮೇ ಸದಾ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಳು ಹರಡಿಸಿ ಕೂರಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಬೆರಳನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದುಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಎಂಬ ಅಕ್ಷರವನ್ನು ಬರೆಯಿಸಿದಳು. ಸೊ by saying this prayer for Saraswati, goddess Saraswati, his mother, she spread some sand on the floor. She held his finger and made him write the first alphabet A. ಅಮ್ಮ ನಿತ್ಯ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದುದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಷರ ಕಲಿಯುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಆರಂಭಿಸುವ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಅಕ್ಷರಗಳನ್ನು ಕಲಿತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. So since his mother was doing this at home, even before he formally went to a school, so he had gotten used to learning a lot of alphabets. So he says, by the time he joined a formal school, he had already learnt a few alphabets. So that is one more incident. Now next, again, one more incident. ಹುಲಿಯ ಭಯದಿಂದ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಆ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಕಳುಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Since there was a fear of the tiger, they never used to send him to school. ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳಲು ಮನೆಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. So to teach him, there used to be a person coming home itself. ಅವರ ಹೆಸರು ಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪಯ್ಯ. His name was ಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪಯ್ಯ. ಬಹಳ ಕಟ್ಟುನಿಟ್ಟಿನ ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರು ಅವರು. So he was a very strict teacher. ನನಗೂ ಆಗ ರಂಜದ ಹೂವನ್ನು ತಂದು ಪೋಣಿಸಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸರಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಮುಡಿಯುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡುವುದು, ನಾನು ಮುಡಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು, ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆಸಕ್ತಿ. So since he was a child, and they used to collect flowers. Ranjada hu is a kind of flower. It will be a star-shaped, very small flower. So they would collect that flowers and they will string it into long garlands, and usually the women will put it on their head. They'll keep that the string of flowers on their head. So his mother used to keep it on her head and also keep it on him as well. And he used to be very interested in stringing the flowers. ಆಗ ನನಗಿನ್ನೂ ಚೌಳವಾಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So chaula means tonsure. Tonsuring means removing the hair from the child's head. So that was not done for him yet. So they hadn't yet removed his hair. ನನಗೂ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಕ್ಕಳಂತೆ ಉದ್ದ ಕೂದಲಿತ್ತು. So because of that he had long hair like a girl child. ಮಗಳು ಬೇಕೆಂಬ ಅಮ್ಮನ ಆಸೆ ಪೂರೈಕೆಯಾದದ್ದು ಅವರ ಮೂರನೆಯ ಹೆರಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. So his mother, she always wished to have a girl child, but that got fulfilled. That wish got fulfilled only at her third delivery, meaning her third child only was a girl child. ಅಮ್ಮ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಾರಿ ನನಗೆ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರ ಉಡುಪು ತೊಡಿಸಿ ಹೂವು ಮುಡಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಳು. So since the mother always wished to have a girl child, she would dress him up like a girl child. She would make him wear girl's clothes. She would make him wear the flowers on his head. ನಾನು ರಂಜದ ಹೂವನ್ನು ಪೋಣಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಕುಳಿತಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಕಂಡರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪಯ್ಯನವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. So he also would sit and string flowers with his mother. So whenever the teacher Krishnapaya sees him like this, he would get very, very angry. ಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪಯ್ಯನವರು ಅಧಿಕೃತವಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಮೊದಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು. So Krishnapaya was mostly his very first teacher apart from his mother. ಕೃಷ್ಣಯ್ಯ ಬರುವಾಗಲೇ ಒಂದು ಬೆತ್ತ ತಂದಿರುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. So he always used to come with a cane. The teacher Krishnapaya always used to come with a cane. ಪೆಟ್ಟು ತಿಂದು ಅದೇನು ಕಲಿತೆ ಎಂಬುದು ಮರೆತು ಹೋಗಿದೆ. So he says, I have forgotten what I learned from that sir. He would hit me but I forgot what I learned from him. ಆದರೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಪ್ಪಯ್ಯ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೆನಪಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But I remember him very well. I remember Krishnapaya very well. I don't remember what I learned from him, but I remember him very well. So this is part 1. I will continue the next half in part 2.